Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm actually really excited to film this video because I'm not doing my usual. I'm not doing it as an artist vlog, but I kind of am because it is a vlog. And I'm not just showing you what I do throughout the week, but I also am because this project will probably be the main focus of my next few weeks until I get it finished, basically. I'm going to introduce myself first before I even tell you what I'm really doing. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here or if you're a returning subscriber, hello. My name is Leah. I am the owner of Lero Art and I'm basically just documenting my journey of making art. Before I get into specifically what I'm doing today, I decided to go on Reddit and post my work there. And I've never been a huge Reddit user. I've never, I've just never got on with it. It's a bit like Twitter. Like when you kind of join, you're a bit like, well, what the hell do you do on this thing? But if you don't know, I am a huge Viva Pinata fan. And in the past few videos, I have done some work on creating the pinatas in plush form. I was going to do them for just me. However, I posted in the Viva Pinata thread on Reddit and I got a huge amount of love, more than I was really expecting. I didn't know what to expect. And I had a lot of people telling me that they wanted to buy the plushies, they wanted to buy the patterns. I was already going to sell the patterns, but I wasn't going to sell the plushies. I'd kind of had the idea thrown at me by my partner. I didn't really know how I wanted to go about it. I also wasn't sure how it was gonna be perceived because I know that Viva Pinata is a game that has kind of died off, but it hasn't. If you know, you know. If you're a fan, it's still alive and kicking and we still play it and we're still obsessed with it. Once you're in the world of Viva Pinata, you're almost stuck and you just can't get out. And honestly, it's the best place to be. Today's video specifically is going to be about me creating my worm again so I can make it as a pattern. So if you don't know what a worm is, I will put the picture here for you, and then for comparison's sake, here is one of the ones that I posted on Reddit. This is the first one I've ever made. This was literally just I'm going to see how it goes. And then I went and did it again in black and white to officially write down the pattern. And today I'm going to be going over that pattern to make sure that I've wrote it down in a way that's understandable from a first time user's standpoint, I guess. And yeah, just edit some bits if needs be. So there is a few differences between the first one and the second one. One of them being the head shape at the end is very different. This one's more pointed, this one's more round. I want a combination of the two, so I want the rounded pointiness because a worm actually has a kind of point at the end of their nose, and this one's a bit more flat, so I just want to add a bit more bulk here. But what we're going to be doing is making this colour scheme again in essentially this pattern. Basically, if you don't know, Viva Pinata is a game that was owned by Rare, and you essentially made by Rare, and you essentially create a garden. You have requirements to bring creatures, aka pinatas, into the garden, and you have a lot of things to do them. And one of the very first ones that you get is a worm. This is the OG worm. But before you get this one appears. So the black and white ones are the pre-resident pinatas. So these are the ones that are just kind of floating around. You see them and you go, I want you. And then when they become a resident, they are this beautiful, colourful one. And then what you can do throughout the game is you can breed them. You can get what is called a wild card, where it will have a funky adaptation. So for the worms, it is spikes down the back, and then also I think it's frills around their head. I'm not entirely sure. Again, photo will be posted here. You can also feed them certain things to get different colours. So you can also get the worm in pink, purple and green, but you have to do things to get them, and obviously you have to have multiple worms. the quick backstory is I'm going to be making a worm again, and because I'm going to be doing this for a pattern, but I'm also doing this with the intention of selling this plushie that I'm about to make, I need to do some business related things. And for this, because it's so niche and because it's so big and it's not something that can be whipped up quickly, I need to weigh how much yarn I'm using, or measure how much yarn I'm using, whichever way around you want to do it. I need to weigh how much filling, the stuffing I am using in each one. I need to work out how much time it takes me, and then I have to go around and just, finalize things, work out what I want to sell it for, and basically that is that. Oh, the other things I need to do is, for the pattern specifically, take pictures of things such as like the little details, like where to place them, and the eyes. I don't know how I'm going to do that, because I am starting to do them as felt for specific things like this, because the eyes are so big. This just makes sense to me, and they're really easy to stick on. So if what people want to do that, they can. But yeah, it's just a lot of getting it right and making sure it works. But also, to do that, I had to buy some more yarn. I thought I had more of it. Turns out I've been crocheting a lot. I did actually. I mentioned in the last video I uploaded that I went through a bunch of my yarn that's under the bed, and I actually found a bunch of chenille yarn I completely forgot about that I'd put under there because it won't fit in the shelves. I was like, oh my god, so much yarn. Anyway, I had to buy some more colours for the worm, because the amount I had wasn't even enough to finish one, but also I wanted to just know if it was going to take like 1 skein, 2 skeins, half a skein. So I ordered some more yarns. So for the worm specifically, I got 2 greens, 2 reds, and 2 oranges. So this is for the worm specifically, and then the detailing I used like a nice pale yellow colour, which I believe I have enough of, but because it's a detailing thing, it doesn't really matter. I also bought some more black and white, because everyone needs black and white. And then I also bought some more of the colours that I need for the biscotti too, that I was working on. So I got this like magenta, like a hot pink, and a plum, which I already have enough of these two. I've not actually used them yet, but I wanted to just have 2 of everything, because again, if I'm going to be doing this and selling them, I need to have multiples of the right colours. So yes, I've just kind of given myself multiple of everything so I can start tracking how much these things are going to cost me, and how much I'm able to sell them for, how much people are going to need for the patterns. For video's sake, if you are wondering which type of yarn that I use personally, and one of the ones that I am most comfortable with, I specifically use Yarn Smith's Chenille Chunky. It is an 100-gram ball, and it recommends 6mm hooks and 6mm knitting hooks. I use 5.5/5. I feel like the tension is a bit better. This one was a 5.5, and you can still see some of the holes. But I mean, for me, I think 5.5 is pretty good. I might try it with a 5. I'm going to start getting started on this worm. I weighed out all of the yarn, including the scraps, because I thought I may as well use them rather than just open a new skein, or skein, whatever you want to call it. I've got this far, and this so far has taken me 20 minutes, 21 minutes, something like that, because I'm also taking pictures and following the pattern, make sure it's okay, making notes, all of that. I am strictly just doing it based on anything that is related to this, so that is adding yarn in, cutting yarn off, tying the ends to stop fraying, all of that. That I am classing in like the timed time. 20 minutes in, and this is how far we've got so far. And just for reference, so the original one didn't have the red stripe at the bottom. I realised when I did extra research on the patterns of this that it had red, which is why this one has black stripe, which obviously would be red, but it is now red. Also, I have used a 5mm hook rather than 5.5, and you may or may not be able to tell right now, but the stitches are tighter. Like the sizing is actually it's very similar, it's roughly the same, but the tightness of them is just a little bit neater, so I'm hoping it'll be less holy. If you can see, like here, there's just a few holes.
Relationship. Yes, but Max relationship.
29.
Dad, I my clothes now. Wait, what? Was that it? Sorry, did I
Probably should have timed that. That's fine.
Okay, here, I wanted to...
So far this has taken me an hour and a half, give or take a few. I keep forgetting to press the stopwatch button, so I'm just adding numbers. Either way, I've got to the stage now where I'm going to be decreasing and changing the shape of this compared to the first two that I did. I don't think it's going to be a big change. I just want a bit more of a curve, so I'm going to see how that works and just hope it makes sense. Making patterns is really hard when you have to write it down. When you're just doing it for fun and it don't matter, it's really not a problem. When you're doing it for people to follow, it's a problem. As you would have seen from some of the clips that I made the circles and started doing some of the sewing details, and also made the eyes and stuck them on the worm yesterday. Off camera I actually, so this is what the worm is looking like so far. yesterday off camera I did these eye details. I'm questioning whether I want to do another one here or not, but compared to the first one that I did, this one is definitely looking a little bit better. So I just need to replicate that on this side, and then this worm is 100% finished and ready to go to its new home. As I have been doing this, I have been like adjusting the pattern, getting it right, getting it how I want it to look, and hoping that it makes sense, and also just trying to figure out how I want to write a pattern out to sell online, because it's really not like the easiest thing ever. I mean, maybe I'm making it more difficult because I'm just that kind of person. I just stress over the littlest thing. But I've tried writing it in Word, I've tried it in Excel, I'm now trying it on Canva, and Canva is the one so far that has made the most sense to me. Just because it's just so much easier, like getting everything in line and writing stuff out and clicking things has just been very user friendly for what I was trying to achieve. So I really hope that it comes across as readable and understandable. But I'm sure you lot will all let me know if you buy the pattern. But yeah, so for now, all I need to do is just sew on the eyes on this side, take some finished photos for the pattern itself. I've been taking step-by-step photos. I need to take photos for the pattern, I need to take photos for the listing, and this one will be all ready to go to its new home. I always don't want it to go, but I have my original one, so it's fine. But I just like how good it looks. I also yesterday did eyes for the pre-resident worm as well, which is the black and white one. That one I'm not kind of going on as fast as, but I probably should, because I was going to add that into the pattern. I don't know if I will. I might just make it the original worm just to make it easier for me, and then I might do like a bigger bundle version later down the line where it's the pre-resident variants and also wildcard mods, just because so far people seem to only be interested in the original one, and that's fine too. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'll show you it when it is done, and then I'm going to then start working on all the other Viva Pinatas. I have been making some good progress on my biscotti, and I need to do all of this process again for the biscotti, which you will see at some point, and then we'll be starting on all the others. So I hope you're enjoying it so far. I've been enjoying it, but I am also sitting here just ready to do the rest of them. I'm just itching. I also want to make one with wire in it to see how like bendable it'll go. I've said that before, but that will be the next one that I do. That might be off camera. We'll see about that. And then yeah, we'll just see how it all goes. I'm excited to see it done, and I hope its owner likes it. I mean, to be fair, you can bend him, it just doesn't stay. Oh, he does a little bit. Oh, that's cute. But either way, cutie pie. I like. I've tried to get them as even on both sides as possible, but I mean, you can't really tell that there's some slight differences. They look good. I'll just whack myself in the face with them. So now I just need to go ahead and take some photos, put this onto the actual pattern, edit that officially, get ready for it to be uploaded, and make an Etsy listing, and then this one will be ready to sell. But thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you liked that it was a little bit different of me creating my worm pattern, and like kind of, I know you didn't get to see like a lot of bits, but just seeing how I've kind of been doing it and just basically just watching me make this. I hope you are looking forward to seeing all the other pinatas that I will be making. I don't know what order I'm going to be doing them in. I wanted to do them in level order, but I might just do them depending on what the request is and how interested I am. But yeah, it's all done.
Yay!
It's done!
It's done!
It's done!